After 21 years of incarceration, I returned home. That day was May 13th, 2016. I started the day at 6 a.m. in a cold ice detention cell at Yuba County Jail, Sacramento. An hour later, my name was called. Taing, pack up your stuff. You're going to see your deportation officer. Confusions and bewilderment run into my mind. The journey to ICE headquarters was a blur of emotions. I didn't know what to expect. Hours passed in a cramped holding cells before my name was called. I'm sitting across my deportation officer. He has my file on his desk. Taing, I reviewed your file. You have support, letters from your friends and family. I was nervous, but hopeful. Yes, I am fortunate to have family and friends supporting me through these years. He announced my release under ICE supervision, outlining the stringent conditions. It went over my head. My whole body was overwhelmed with disbelief. I waited in a process to be processed out. Alone with my thoughts, I reflected the decades spent dreaming of this moment, of returning home. The reality of freedom felt surreal. At 12 p.m., I was allowed a single phone call. I called my mom, my lifeline throughout these years. I say the words that I've been dreaming of saying for so many years. Ma, 以後我等來. Mom, they're letting me come home. My voice was shaky, echoed through the stark room where the ICE officer observed silently. Over the phone, I could hear the relief, joy, excitement. She praised Buddha. Immediately, she asked me when, how I was getting home. I replied, the bus. I did not want to burden my family and friends with driving all the way from LA to Sacramento. Hours passed before I was finally given a bus ticket and $11, a small fortune. At 5 p.m., at 5 p.m. Finally, at 7, I boarded the bus, feeling like a stranger, clad in a pair of sweats that I saved for this day and a bag of paperwork. I sat in my seat. I didn't know how to connect to the people on the outside, so I sat silent in my seat for 8 hours, observing the world transformed by time and technology. 3 a.m. Saturday, I arrived at Los Angeles Union Station to my younger brother and nephew waiting for me. My mother, observing traditions, was at home preparing a cleansing ritual to mark my return. The ride home seemed like a dream. For more than 2 decades, I call a 9 by 16-foot cell my home. 15 minutes later, I stand in front of my mom's house. My mom was excited to begin our Chinese ritual to welcome me home. According to the Chinese tradition, I had to strip away all the negative energy, including my clothing, and walk over a can of flame before I could enter the house. After I was given a towel to wrap myself, I headed for the shower to wash myself with grapefruit and pomegranate leaves as part of a ritual. Don't ask me how that works. I have no idea. But it was important to my mom. For the first time in over 21 years, I can take a shower without other people next to me. I enjoy the running water, the privacy, both luxuries I was deprived of. My shower was given, after my shower, I was given a new set of clothes. My mom made me a bowl of soup filled with vegetable, fish balls, shrimps, a home-cooked meal that I've missed for 21 years. Coming home felt surreal. Everything seemed so new to me. For so long, I survived an environment that was harsh and hostile. The night felt safe. I didn't have to be on guard. I didn't have to worry about waking up to a lockdown. I didn't have to worry about an incident that happened somewhere in the prison industrial complex that could impact my safety. Despite being home and feeling safe, I did not sleep well that night. I was in disbelief. The soft couch was stark contrast to my rigid confine of a prison bunk. I felt like I just closed my eyes when I heard birds chirping. I opened my eyes and saw that I'm not in a cell. The welcoming furnitures at my mom's house are real, not something that I only saw on TV during my time in prisons. Outside, the skies was cloudy, but for me, it was a clear day. I never thought I would ever feel the beautiful day of freedom. Still, I was afraid I would wake up and find myself in a cell again. On the outside, the world moved on, but for me, every moment felt like a revelation. This is my American story, but this story of coming home often goes untold within the Asian communities. Amidst the vast tapestries of immigrants' experience, mine stand as a testament of resilience and hope. I'm sharing my stories as a step towards visibility and healing for myself and for others like me.